After my last video comparing old Battlefront 2 Conquest on Kashyyyk to new Battlefront 2 Capital Supremacy on Kashyyyk, I thought I'd take an even further step backwards in time, to where it all began. The year was 2004, and this is the original Star Wars Battlefront. Hey everyone, it's Andrew. I only ever owned Battlefront 2 on PS2 and had never played the original Battlefront until earlier this morning. For a game made in 2004, it's pretty damn amazing. So let's do this. This is old Star Wars Battlefront Kashyyyk versus new Battlefront 2 Kashyyyk. Okay, so first up, the original Star Wars Battlefront actually has two Kashyyyk conquest maps. One called Kashyyyk Islands and the other Kashyyyk Docks. From what I've seen online, the Docks map was the more popular of the two and really paved the way for those large-scale types of battles we're so used to nowadays, with its multiple vehicles, command post positioning, and beach setting. The battle actually starts quite the same as 2005's Battlefront 2 Kashyyyk map, with the Separatists having to invade the beach from across the ocean with their droid infantry and tanks. Now this is where things get interesting. At the time, in 2004, when this game was released, Revenge of the Sith was still a year away from being released, so not much was actually known about Kashyyyk and its appearance. But I guess you have to count the holiday special as a reference. Kill me now! So unlike both Battlefront 2's Kashyyyk maps, which are supposed to be similar to the Battle of Kashyyyk from the film, 2004's Star Wars Battlefront was not based on the battles seen in the film. Even the trailer for Revenge of the Sith wasn't released yet. With this considered, it's pretty incredible how this map is basically a beach invasion, similar to the film. Maybe the devs got a tip about the actual Battle of Kashyyyk and knew all along about the droid attack on the Wookiees. Now, it's not only the droids that get to invade the beach of Kashyyyk, the Galactic Empire can also do this. Both Kashyyyk maps are playable in both the Clone Wars and Galactic Civil War era from the original trilogy. So now, instead of what about the droid attack on the Wookiees, we also need to say what about the Stormtrooper attack on the Wookiees. Man, these Wookiees just can't catch a break and live in peace in their homeworld of holiday specials. Maybe that's why the planet keeps getting invaded, because everyone knows it's where the holiday special took place. One aspect of the new Star Wars Battlefront 2 that so many players love are the inclusion of heroes in each match, and their role in shaping the outcome of the battle. On Kashyyyk in Capital Supremacy, you can play as any of the prequel era heroes and villains included in the game. However, this is not the case in the original Battlefront. In fact, heroes aren't even playable in this game, unless you install a cheeky mod. They do, however, appear as AI characters and assist your team to win the battle. Another interesting fact, they can't be killed with blaster fire. They block literally everything. Now on Kashyyyk, both Master Windu and Count Dooku can be seen. Obviously at the time the devs didn't know that Count Dooku would have his head cut off before the Battle of Kashyyyk even took place, and Yoda went to Kashyyyk, not Windu, because good relations with the Wookiees he has.
Good relations with the Wookiees I have.
This is what Windu was actually doing at the time. Vehicles are a little different and actually quite one-sided compared to the new Battlefront 2 Kashyyyk. Let's start with the Docks map. There are AATs, which the new game has with the CIS blue paint job, like I've mentioned in like 5 other videos. Can't get over this blue paint, man. It's blue. Along with Staps. Stap it. That's another recurring joke that I'm not gonna stop using, because it looks like stop, kind of, in caps, but with an A. Stap. It's not a good joke. I never said it was a good joke. However, old Kashyyyk also has the OG-9 homing spider droids, as seen on Geonosis. And one absolutely awesome thing I didn't know about this old game is that all the vehicles have a first-person cockpit view. Alright, now let's look at the Republic's vehicles. The Republic doesn't have any vehicles. The same goes for the Rebels. Instead, they get AI Wookiees. Kinda cool, but not really sure how they make up for the other team's multiple tanks with powerful one-hit kill weaponry. Also, if you play as the Empire on this map, you get to use AT-STs. Can you imagine how bumpy it would be to ride in one of these things? Just look at how much this cockpit shakes up and down as they're riding. It'd be great, you'd have such a sore butt. Now, in Capital Supremacy, there are no flyable vehicles or starfighters, but in 2004's Battlefront, on the Islands map, the clones have a flyable LAAT with multiple seats and weapons. You can even just be one of those dudes going along for the ride. The Republic also has these old school Jedi starfighters. The Separatists have Vulture droids and a mechanized assault flyer, or MAF. This vehicle was specifically designed for this game, and to date is the only appearance it ever makes in the Star Wars universe, according to Wikipedia. I didn't say it, Wikipedia said it. Don't blame me if it's wrong. If you look at its design, it does actually look kind of similar to one of these HMP droid gunships seen in Capital Supremacy. It's got the disc thingy at the back that spins around or just stays there, I don't know. The MAFs also have multiple seats and weapons. In the Galactic Civil War, Rebels get an X-Wing and Y-Wing, and the Empire gets a TIE Fighter and a TIE Bomber. Now, I mentioned the Wookiees before. As both you and I discovered in my previous video, Capital Supremacy does indeed have playable Wookiees. They can be unlocked as a reinforcement class. Now, 2004's Battlefront also has playable Wookiees, but only if you play as the Rebels in the Galactic Civil War era. They're the 5th available class you can use. Like I said before, during the Clone Wars, they function only as AI characters and are supposed to create balance against 3 AATs, 2 Staps, and 2 Spider Walkers at any given time. It seems like a tough gig. Not sure how a couple of Wookiees can make up for an army of tanks. I'm not denying the power of Wookiees, just saying the other team has tanks. You know? Seems like a bit of an imbalance there. One thing I have discussed before in some detail, and I'm still waiting to be rectified, is the serious lack of droidicas in Star Wars Battlefront 2. Yes, they are in the original Battlefront. Yes, they are powerful. No, this does not bother me or anyone else. They're supposed to be powerful. On Kashyyyk, this game also has jump troopers, similar to jet troopers from Battlefront 2, dark troopers for the Empire, which are kind of like jump troopers except they just jump once, I guess, I don't know. And Wookiees as the more powerful classes. The new Battlefront 2 has BX Commando droids, super battle droids, which are more powerful and not just a standard trooper class, as they are in the original Battlefront, B2 rocket droids, ARC troopers, and Wookiees. I'm never going to stop reminding myself you can play as Wookiees after what happened a few videos ago. I don't need reminding. I know I forgot the Wookiees. I made the mistake. Ki-Adi-Mundi did not, but so many others did. I forgot the Wookiees. 3 more smaller details about the maps worth quickly mentioning. 2004 Battlefront has these beam cannon turrets like in 2005 Battlefront 2, where Capital Supremacy Kashyyyk only has these Clone Wars turrets I mentioned in my last video. Also, there are lots of Wookiee huts and homes in the original Battlefront, all of which are used for cover and as command post locations. Now, these huts have nothing inside them. There's no furniture, no tables, chairs, food, nothing. The Wookiees must be minimalists, or maybe they don't actually live here. New Battlefront 2 huts have lots of details inside, such as tables used for battle strategy and fireplaces. I've decided Yoda used one of these fireplaces to cook one of his famous stews for all the Wookiees when he was there. Also, these barricades are similar to the ones in both the old and new Battlefront 2. I guess most barricades do look alike though, it's just a barricade. One thing I do really like about this old Battlefront map is its color. Similar to the new Battlefront 2 Kashyyyk, it's vibrant, green, and even has birds flying in the sky and fishies swimming in the water. I'd definitely take a holiday to this Kashyyyk and just do my best to not worry about the war and the screaming clone troopers and explosions, an invading droid army, and all the rest. I'll be over here with the fishies enjoying the sun. Would you take a holiday to Kashyyyk? And are you a fan of the original Star Wars Battlefront? How do you think this Kashyyyk compares to this one? Let me know in the comments below. And if you'd like to learn some interesting facts, such as how these Separatist tanks have 6 different names, seriously, like, why? Then go watch my my video comparing 2005's Battlefront 2 Kashyyyk to the new KASHYYYK map in Capital Supremacy. And go follow me on all the social medias. I post valuable information you need in your life, such as this image of Emperor Palpatine with Order 66 in his hand. You can find all my links in the description. And thanks for watching this. My name's Andrew, and that's 3 videos now, all about the droid attack on the Wookiees. We're doing great. We're raising awareness.
Stay bombastic.